Oh, look what time it is.
Oh, do we have?
Are
Yes.
we prepped for to do
Make it
something?
rain. Delicious.
Well, that's what the question in Slack is about.
Yep.
Ah,
I did say yup because we mentioned it at the top of the show.
How was the coffee cup?
Has anything happened in the coffee cup?
A bunch of teams were eliminated
Oh,
in
heck.
round one.
Was
It's a the ladder works. You pass on to the next round if you get 3 wins first.
mhm.
So they did a few games today. Some teams got eliminated, including the 2 that I wanted to switch to.
What
There
team
were
were
some
you
issues
rooting
with
for?
the Fairweather Flute. They were going to make it free, but then switching to a team was a little hard. Some bugs there. So like logging out and logging back in and refreshing kind of cleared it up. But I ended up joining the Sweet and Light Electric Company.
It's a good name.
I
Nice.
would. Yeah. Do they represent a city? Like, how do the teams work in the coffee cup?
It's the teams are split up based on character coffee preferences.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sort of a skins and shirts kind of thing, but with coffee.
exactly. But it's like
Yeah.
people that take their coffee with creamers, people that take it black, people that drink lattes. That's what the teams are split up based on. And then there's a team for the game band itself.
Yeah, they seem to have been eliminated.
No, they
Or
made
no,
it through.
no. Oh, okay.
I
All
like
right.
that. I like this though that it's kind of a it's like having all-star teams but not really.
Yeah, it's an exhibition
Yeah.
match, I guess.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. There's not going to be any incinerations. And they've disabled the Eat the Rich decree, which distributes or redistributes wealth from the top 1%. So you get to make some money doing this, betting on these games, following or idolizing players.
Neat. So people can actually accrue some wealth, and then prior to the actual season starting, they could spend a bunch of it. Mm-hmm. I see. Neat.
Well, there's nothing to really spend it on other than buffs. Like you'll probably want to save it for hoarding votes
So when does Eat the Rich kick in?
at the end of
The season?
The season usually.
Oh. Okay, so people can make a lot of money to go into the season with, and they
Yeah.
better spend as much as they can coming out of the season if they don't want to have to be in the top 1%.
Yeah, but it's again December is when the coffee cup ends.
Okay. Is that
What was percolation?
I don't know. I don't know what energized or percolation or any of the things. Like I didn't really even watch, but I saw that some players had little coffee icons and seemed to be hitting balls real good and making a lot of runs. I think it also it gave like a small like 0.5 boost to base scores or the running scores.
Oh, okay.
There's something called a tractor bean. I have it open on my iPad now.
Yeah, probably check like the wiki or like events or something like that. Like I'm driving.
Oh, sure.
Right, right.
well-
Do you want me to take over for you, Corey?
No,
Okay.
but if you want to like rerun old history and talk about like the hall monitor or the boss or other things, then
Yeah, the
that also
coffee
works.
cup is sort of an offshoot, but not of the main sort of Blaseball timeline. It's not of consequence.
Yeah.
But it kind of, you could treat it as like this would, if you wanted to get into Blaseball, this might not be a bad time because it's kind of a nothing that happens here really matters sense.
Yeah. It's extra canon.
I don't know.
I
I'm asking that because I don't.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, this is not affecting the Internet League Blaseball. This is just a special thing.
Cool.
Oh, the bag of Yes Please coffee is only available in the United States.
Oh.
Yeah.
Haha, well maybe I will enjoy it while you are having bread.
Oh no. Hoisted by my own Picard.
Is it like it's a limited time only thing?
They're
I
sponsoring
believe
the
so.
season,
Oh, I see.
Mm.
Okay.
but they have previously sponsored, so maybe they'll be back.
Okay.
So, actually, questions. What happens to a team when they ascend?
They moved to Blaseball 2
Okay.
But in part of the decrees, ground was broken on the Crabitat, so teams are going to have stadiums now
Oh, okay.
coming up, and the Crabitat's the Crabs Stadium, even though they've ascended.
Cool.
So
That's such a good name.
everyone's been playing games, but not in stadiums.
The games take place on the immaterial plane.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh.
We don't know where.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah, Blaseball, the Waffle House of Splorts.
Yeah.
That's a sensible thing I just said.
And yes, check out sportsmanship.cool for some information about things. There's a lot of like fan guides, and again, the wiki is very useful.
But the wiki is patchy, like, cause my team is the Breckenridge Jazz Hands, and last time I checked, their sort of wing of the wiki was not as fleshed out as, say, the Chicago Firefighters, who had, as you can imagine, like anything else from Chicago, an avid fan base.
Yeah, I was talking more like the general what's been happening. Like there's a list and breakdown of what happened in each season.
Like the sort of league-wide moves, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody asked, I think, what happened to the Baltimore Crabs?
Yeah. So there was a decree, or there's rules in the book that stated that like if a team won 3 times the championship, they would ascend, and the Crabs made it.
And they
After
had
that,
to,
the fight to dethrone and eat God.
right? They had to fight the Peanut.
They fought the
Right.
Peanut. They got their butts kicked completely by the Peanut, and then the Hall Monitor formed a team based on dead players, and or just Hall of Fame players, or was it idolized players, the Hall Stars, and they fought the Peanut team, the shelled ones. But there was a modification based on Jalen Hot Dog Fingers has the modification, the flickering, which was interesting. And Squiddish was also another thing that mattered a little bit for that. But mostly what happened was any player that was swapped to the Hall Stars team became a saboteur, so that they would play badly if they swapped back to the Shelled Ones team. And Jalen Hot Dog Fingers kept flickering and swapping places with the players, or mostly the pitcher, the main pitcher on the Shelled Ones team, Alex Trollolo. Yeah. So Jalen would pitch poorly, or Alex would pitch poorly or good, and they just kept flipping back and forth.
Brilliant. I love the emerging narrative and like how the interaction of status effects. Because it seems very chaotic, but there's like this spontaneously emergent order.
And just things that seemed meaningless at the outset, like, because players have had coffee types this entire time. And is this the first time that coffee has affected sort of the structure of the game? Of the splort, I should say?
There's been like coffee-based effects because of the Yes Please coffee sponsoring, but not to this extent.
Cam, what is your team?
Oh, I follow the garages.
Of course. Yeah. Oh,
I
because
figured like
regionally. And the Moist
yeah,
Talkers you said are in central Canada somewhere.
they're in Halifax. They're
Oh,
way off
goodness.
to the side.
No.
Although like I honestly I was debating between the garages and the Tigers. Because honestly, Hades Tigers with the motto "Don't look back."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on. I am but a man. But honestly, I listened to the garages, and they reminded me a lot of the weaker thans. So
Yeah.
I had no choice but to stan.
Yeah, like there's no extant like sports without an L teams that have a band associated with. Like all we have in this timeline is the Super Bowl Shuffle, which doesn't really count.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Super Bowl shuffle, no good.
No, no good. New England, the Patriots. I hope that there's more. Is there any other Blaseball inspired music, or is the Garage is the only in the genre so far?
No, there's more. The Moist Talkers make some pretty bad music. A lot of it was kind of inspired by, I guess, Ortiz Morse. So there's some Morse code songs. There's some Morse code songs, and then there's songs like the national anthem that are just like real spitty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
no good.
The sort of Chet Baker right up on the mic, but with like spit, like
More.
No.
oh
More.
no,
Just drowning.
yeah, mic bang, yeah. Oh
Ugh.
no.
We have. We're not gonna stop Blaze It unless we are out of questions. But I just
We
wanted
have
to.
a bit of housekeeping to do, yes?
Yeah, our art challenge ends in under 30 minutes. It is the Zeta Judge the Bread. Famous works of art, but involved with bread in some manner. And if you are, by this point, I don't think anyone's going to catch up if they're hearing about it now, but just to keep in mind that you have under 30 minutes remaining to submit that to contests@desertbus.org or contests@desertbus.org. And we still have an hour remaining on the Dungeon Mayhem and expansion sets. That's going, I believe, for $7.99, $7.99 or multiples. Make yourself a donor account, and then you can get in on the giveaway. Do we have more Blaseball questions tonight? Nothing comes to mind?
I don't think we're getting a lot from chat either. It's just a lot of sort of befuddled acceptance of their naivete, I guess. Just sort of, I can't understand and I don't, and today I won't. You know, that seems to be the attitude.
Yeah.
Which I think is what Blaseball offers us all, is the chance to accept that we can't know everything.
Well, like I fell off paying attention to it for like 3 days, and immediately felt like run over by the bus.
Yeah.
Right? Like I fell off the wagon, and then it backed over me.
Yeah,
On
pretty
its
much.
way
And
forward.
buried you in peanuts. Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like if I can try to get back in now. Totally.
Yeah.
This is
The coffee
probably
cup
a
would
thing
be-
I could do.
Probably.
Yeah, I think Peace and Prosperity is a good time to get back in.
Because yeah, the discipline era is over now, right?
Yes.
Everything's fair now.
Yeah, we're entering a new era of Blaseball.
Who knows what that'll look like? We got asked about like our favorite players, or who we idolize. And yeah, Richmond Harrison's lovely, just absolutely lovely. Large axolotl who likes to play a gong. That's his pregame ritual. Is generally shown in the fan art. Basically, just adding a hat for every team he gets transferred to.
I recently decided to just idolize a Twitter mutual of mine was just put into the game. So I was like, sure, why not? I haven't idolized the player. I'll idolize Cat Inning.
I think I'm idolizing Comfort September-ish. I'm following a player on the Houston Spies, but I'm blanking on their name at the moment. But you don't have to pay. Do you have to pay to change who you idolize? You have to pay like 200.
It's 200, and you can only do it while games aren't active.
Yeah.
I tried to do it today to idolize Jessica Telephone because I had York Silk, and I was going to follow the team that he was on, based on my dork from the peanut battle, but I could not.
Apparently there was an event called the Tractor Bean.
I didn't see it. I didn't really see anything. I saw
Yeah.
that they had added a little more detail on the breakdown on how base points were scored, or the points were tallied. You can see like where the 0.5 bonus came from, but I really didn't watch.
Yeah, like this, it's fascinating, and their talent for puns is never quite on the infuriating side. Like I've never run. This is a game that is rich in puns, but I've never run across one that's made me angry.
Slap the computer shut and walk away, kind of those
Yeah,
ones. Yeah.
like these are several layers above dad tier puns. So I really appreciate that. It's disarming for me as somebody who hates puns.
Yeah, I mean, the game is mostly numbers and language. That's all they can present to you, so it better be pleasing to read, you know.
Hmm. And like the game stats are very idiosyncratic, right? Like it would have been much easier, I'm sure, to have game stats that reflected actual in-game performance. But we didn't need to know people's coffee styles and pregame rituals. I don't know what a soul scream is, but it's all there, and it lends an interesting and pleasing dimensionality to the
And
players.
there's like a group of people who do like data mining and other things in the back end, and you know, reviewing the hidden knowledge, the secret, forbidden information about characters and what kind of stats that they actually have, which is like Shakespeareanism and number of fingers, and there's a lot of things that base thirst, right? These like they've got a series of stats that we don't actually see.
Interesting. Yeah, because you were saying that one player has like 87 fingers.
Yeah, Polka Dot Patterson.
Hmm.
So they can almost fit. Oh, that's every key on the piano but one. Which one did they double up?
Ooh. Yeah,
It's
which
kinda-
one do they have to move to?
Just everything is occupied except for middle C.
Huh.
I like that.
That's where they
That's
just
chaotic. I
smash their
like that.
face in the middle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
finally, somebody who can play List.
Ah,
Little Tico Tico.
I did the tiniest bit of research earlier today and watched a video about mime crimes.
Mm-hmm.
When I don't remember the dude's name, but he's a mime and he stole fifth base. Like I
Yep.
was just like, that sounds interesting. Sure, I watched a little video on it. I'm not gonna lie, it was compelling for sure.
Yeah. Blaseball, talking about Blaseball reminds me a lot of, like, the first time I heard about D&D, and like I knew what it was, but I didn't know anyone who played it. And then my friend Amy was like, "Yeah, we played a game where at the end we all got turned into rabbits, and then Jesus stepped on us." And I was like, "This game sounds amazing. What is this?" Just kind of the anecdotes that come out of, "Oh yeah, there's a tractor beam, and also a team got incinerated because we voted to open the book and we didn't know what the book did." Just kind of, Dwarf Fortress like, but with fire and coffee, which is the currency of my life, as you all know.
Right.
it's definitely like a cultural, collaborative storytelling thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because
If there were, oh sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, I wouldn't blame anyone for listening to this and deciding it sounded like a Bunny Rich drum solo, right?
Yeah.
Like, just it sounds like a Peanuts adult.
Yeah, just kind of a magnetic fridge poetry set, but you don't know what the theme is, and you suspect they keep adding words.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the vibe. Well, I think we've tapped the subject of Blaseball.
That's cool. All right.
Pretty
Yeah.
comprehensively.
18 minutes is still a good amount of time.
Yeah.